Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 3016th episode of the Thug Report.
Yeah. Straight out the
Tonight we
fucking
have
dungeons of
special
rap.
guest
Where
MC
fake niggas don't make it back.
Rhetoric Thug joining us via Skype. You have the floor, sir.
Right. Well, I just want to say what up, fam. YouTube, One Love, Poet Still Right, RT in the flesh. Real recognize real. And thanks for having me on your podcast.
Absolutely.
Whatever you call this shit, man. I love it. It's truly an honor to be here. And getting back to your question.
Well, I haven't asked you a question yet.
Well, I want to speak on my new project.
Okay, go for it.
But just other shit's been going on, you know?
Okay.
Like, I've been thinking about releasing something that other people just haven't seen. Other people just haven't fully comprehended my catalog as it is, you know.
Okay, yeah.
It spits and speaks to the soul. But as far as lyricism can go, I, in particular...
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about your style. And
I'm going to be doing something archaic.
Something archaic.
You dig? Something a little bit esoteric. Something more... I heard Eminem's new CD, Revival, right?
Well, I'm glad you brought it up.
And a lot of people been giving them flack. You know, it's just a straight diatribe on the attack. They've been giving them flack.
Well,
And I thought that B's doing something different with.
Well, he seems to be going pop.
You know, and a lot of artists these days, they're afraid to step out of their comfort zone.
I can see that.
And I guess make a real album. Make something that is from their soul. They spit, they mold from their soul. And that's how I saw what B be doing on the mic with his Revival. And what was your next question?
Well, I actually hadn't asked you a question, but I'm glad you brought up Revival.
Right.
And I'm glad, too, that we get a chance to discuss your style and just your influences and where you're going.
Well, basically, I have many inspirations. Nah, I mean,
okay.
I have many different people. I'm very eclectic. I come from several different backgrounds. I got vocal DNA all the way from Spain,
right,
coursing through my blood veins, and that shit is on a different level than if I take something from, say, Scandinavia or China.
Okay.
Plus, you got the Balkans, and you got shit from South America, and you got
a global style.
Basically, the way I see it, my style is already on a world tour. My style is derivative, some may say, from some of the best lyricists to ever bless the mic.
Well, and I was listening to your YouTube.
Climbing aboard the money train with Wesley Snipes. Shit like that.
Right, right.
Shit like that goes back to the roots in the boom bap beats. And I could give a whole, like, whatever Eminem be doing on the mic. It's just, can I integrate where the industry's going?
Yeah, can you stay up to date?
Like, people just need to relax. People, you know what I mean?
I can dig that.
Nah, I mean, people need to relax. They need to hear what the artist is trying to say from their heart before they go around judging it. So you see like a lot of Metacritic scores and shit. Um, just bringing down the artist, bringing down
They're being
his
unfair. They're being unfair.
where he wants to take it. See, I got so many different rhymes right now floating through my mind that
I got so many rhymes,
I can't give you a straight answer on that.
Okay.
I can't speak to that.
Fair.
There's certain things that an MC doesn't want to speak to.
Well, fair enough.
And you know, I want to speak of my new project. That's why I came on this podcast.
And you,
But it's difficult for me to express just how I feel through words. And you got to know how words activate and how they calibrate.
right.
And you know how they facilitate some of the stuff that makes words great. And you got the connotation, the annotations, and I've been reading lately, doing a lot of that rhythm and boom bap beat shit.
So you have a plethora of tactics.
And as I integrate different styles, as I was saying, I come to realize that none of us are playing. Like, it's in our spirit. It's in our soul.
Well,
And wherever you want to take that, well, the conversation can go.
okay, Rhetoric Thug. So you have an eclectic style, and it's global. And you say that you feel like you're already on a world tour. But how do you actually feel about Eminem's revival? You say critics and Metacritic people, they don't give the artist a chance to speak his voice and
Right. Nah, I hear you.
and do you get a chance to speak your voice?
Like, that was my big thing. Every time I see somebody biting somebody else's style, right? Now, I got an album being cut with Titan Tick Records.
Really?
I'm going to keep that shit on the down low.
Okay.
Because, well, you know, you can't be speaking on your stuff that's still in the press.
But don't you want to give people a sneak
Not
peek?
in like the press, the paper printed press, because a lot of people don't read,
Oh, okay.
you know, paper printed press newspapers anymore.
All right.
I'm talking more like it's still in the press. It's still waiting to be pressed, like printed down.
I think
you know
I get
what I'm
it.
saying? Know what I mean?
I think I get it.
And just search.
Well, do you
Sometimes I think it's easier to spit rhymes than to be inclined to talk and try to define what I'm trying to say about my new album.
Well, what are you trying to say?
And sometimes also an MC is built to be the best he could be on the mic, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And shit like this gets me nervous.
Well, there's no need.
Gets me hella nervous.
There's no need to be
And
nervous.
I mean, so I don't try to
just speak your voice.
be somebody I'm not.
Right.
But here I am making a record, putting my soul to it, and it's still in the press. It hasn't been printed yet.
No, I get that.
So to speak on my album, to give you a sample of something, that would be blasphemy.
Okay, all right.
For my artistic integrity.
That's understandable.
That's what I'm getting at now. I mean,
I suppose you want to, give fans a surprise, and I've been listening to your stuff on YouTube. You haven't cut an album, but a lot of fans are wondering what's in store instrumentally. What are you going to incorporate for instruments? What are you going to loop?
right.
What are you going to bring to the table? Because you say that you want to do something new, something that incorporates multiple different styles. Can you speak on that? Can you give us an idea?
Well, I guess See, a lot of people, when I look at different instrumental loops and samples, I'm trying to bite or grip, grip with my fist. Just like I grip the mic with my fist. I use my imagination to grip beats with my mind.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
You
that's
know what I
interesting.
mean?
Yeah.
So, shit like that comes to me natural. But when I'm trying to really narrow it down, when I'm really trying to give the people what they want, what they need, know what I mean?
Yep.
Stuff that I hear people typing up, hyping it up on the Twitter and shit. I get a lot of people saying, yo, RT, when you going to sample that recorder, G? And I'm like, recorder, what do you mean? And they'd be like, the one you used to play back in the day.
Wait, so you played...
And, yeah, so I'm incorporating a different kind of instrument into my beats. And I have one right now. I would like to just maybe play you a key.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be
Key
fantastic.
for keeps, perhaps.
Key for keeps.
Nah, I mean.
I like that. I like
yeah.
that.
So, 1 second.
Right on. So now recorder, is that kind of like a flute? For those listening at home and on the radio.
Yo, one thing you gotta always keep your instruments clean. Nah, I mean.
That's true. Word. Rhetoric Thug here on the Thug Report, about to give us a sneak peek of his instrument. All right, and that was a sneak peek of Rhetoric Thug incorporating a recorder for his next album. So you're going to loop that?
That's basically it. And when I've been practicing on that type of shit, and then you throw it in a loop,
right,
and you can use your head, right? Like I was saying earlier, if you know what I mean, I see sound.
You see sound.
The sound that I see is the sound I seek.
Oh,
seek and ye shall find.
That's
nah,
clever.
I mean.
That's clever. I haven't heard that phrase or put that way. That's good.
Right.
Well, that's incredible. So you're gonna loop those two notes, and
nah, that's just it. Like I know more than more than two notes from the recorder.
Oh, okay.
But in particular, there's certain sounds that resonate with me.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
There's certain sounds that really flex my ability. And when things encourage you like that, when things get you not only in the mood, but in the groove, you know what I'm saying?
Right, in the mood. And
now what I mean.
Well, that's what music's
right.
for.
Well, that's the tones I sample. The ones that get you in the groove and in the mood.
No, that's clever. That's innovative.
And there ain't nothing better than that.
I couldn't think of
any hip-hop head. Nah, just hear me out for a second. Feel me.
All right.
Any hip-hop head that has an ear for what I'm spitting will recognize right away, because real recognize real.
Right, right.
That I'm spitting Illmatic all day, every day.
Well, and the one thing, Rhetoric Thug, our audience, they're well aware you're Illmatic.
Yeah, stay sharp like a razor blade.
And that's just it.
Nah, I ain't wearing no toupee. Shit like that just comes straight from my mind noodle down to my mouth.
Well, you're a natural, and that's why you were one of the number one requested MCs to come on the Thug Report because of your Illmatic style.
Yeah.
And the way you rip beats apart with just an onslaught of vicious bars. It's brutal. It's
Well, yeah, the rumors are right. The rumors are true. I don't know where you heard it from, but it's true. People just need to calm down and chill a little. Maybe get their head around what that really means. And yeah, if he can have a revival,
well, wait. What rumors?
why can't Edgar Allan Poe have a revival?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Because the way that words bend and twist, that's ancient. That right there started way back in the day.
So this is the yeah.
So when you go, and that's what I've been doing. See, I've been going through the history,
the archaic
of poetics, shit that really flies.
I see that, but
stuff that's timeless. Nah, I mean.
Well,
so I got myself reading some Poe, and I thought this is what the industry needs. The industry doesn't need any other kind of revival except for maybe a poetic revival.
Amen, brother. Amen.
And you know what? I brought some Poe along today just to show you what I mean. I mean,
well, and I see on Twitter the rumors.
You take one stanza from Poe, and that shit will flow. Alright?
No, that's sharp. That's sharp. Well, Rhetoric Thug.
Nah, let me get it. Just shut your mouth, son. Hold tight.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. And we're back.
Alright.
Rhetoric Thug, you have the floor.
I've been reading this shit for the past 10 years of my life. Some Poe revival.
Word.
That's what's up. And I'm going to disclose a little treat for your noodle here. That maybe, perhaps, my new album will be Edgar Allan Poe revival.
Well, you heard it here first, folks.
I'm not guaranteeing, because,
but you're hinting.
Like I said earlier, whatever I see, whatever my third eye reads,
right,
I will be in tune with the mood and the groove.
So you're in tune with the music.
Alright, anyways, back on subject.
And this will be a Thug Report exclusive sneak peek of Rhetoric Thug's Alan.
Hold on, my booze call.
Well, we have a sneak peek of Edgar Allan Poe revival brought to you by Rhetoric Thug.
Soon.
And Rhetoric Thug, if you check him out, he is a YouTube MC sensation. According to the Hitchington Post, he is the up-and-coming lyricist of our generation.
And as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by my boo, I told her not to call me when I'm on business hours, but hoes never listen.
You got to keep that in order. I like that about you, RT. You're assertive. You have the floor, sir, and once again, this is a Thug Report exclusive.
So anyway, if I can find it here. Yo, this is a stanza from the Conquering Worm. Anybody can follow along. Mimes in the form of God on high, munder and mumble low, when hither and tither fly, mere puppets that come and go, at bed in the vast formless things that shift the scenery to and fro, flapping from out their condor wings, invisible woe.
Wow. Now that is gripping.
Nah, we don't mean woe as in W-O-W, mom on your ass tattoo.
Of course not.
We mean like woe as in despair, woe is me.
And that's just it, the brevity and the gravitas.
And that shit right there is lyricism.
Indeed.
Drop the mic.
Indeed, Rhetoric Thug. It's been a pleasure.
Because lyricism will never die. Lyricism will live forever.
Well, and that is just wonderful. Rhetoric Thug, we got to be closing the show down. If there's anything you want to say to your fans and perhaps you dispel any more rumors that are coming from Twitter. But thank you for coming on. And once again, this has been MC Rhetoric Thug, one of the best upcoming cunning linguists of our generation. Rhetoric Thug, you have the floor.
Right, well, thanks for having me on your podcast. Nah, I mean, and shout out to all those people who lend me their ears. Shout out to fam. Shout out to Tracy. Shout out to my boo. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Avenue. Shout out to Gigi. Shout out to Yo-Yo. Oh, shit, man. Shout out to all the people who made this shit possible. Shout out to my brother from another mother. Shout out to my sister. Sure do miss her. Just shout out, you know. Shout out to my mother. Shout out to my father. Shout out to the whole world. Just a shout out. Everybody at once. Let's bring in the new year with a little bit of shout. Just follow with me, y'all. Shout with me, y'all. Bounce with me, y'all. Shout with me, y'all. RT, one love, drop the mic. Poets of peace. Easy E. G. Wouldn't wanna be ya. Onomatopoeia. RT out.